The Nigerian Senate has taken a significant step toward modernizing the country's military legal framework. To this end, the Senate on Thursday passed for second reading a bill aimed at repealing and re-enacting the Armed Forces Act with updated provisions to align with Nigeria's constitutional and security realities. The report.
The bill, sponsored by Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua, seeks to establish a modern, constitutionally compliant and operationally responsive legal framework for the armed forces of Nigeria. Senator Yaradua explained during plenary that the current Armed Forces Act dates back to military decrees of the 1960s, last consolidated in 2004, and no longer meets today's demands. He emphasized the need to align military governance with democratic accountability and to modernize disciplinary procedures.
Outdated fines like 200 naira or 500 naira are replaced with percentage-based penalties tied to salary levels. The bill also extends protections and rights to non-commissioned officers to boost morale and fairness. Many democracies, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, including the United States, United Kingdom, and South Africa, have modernized their military laws to ensure justice, accountability, and professionalism. Nigeria cannot afford to lag behind. This bill therefore places our military legal system in step with global best practices and strengthens our reputation in international peacekeeping and defense cooperation.
Senator Ali Ndume from Borno South lent his support, describing the reform which he said was long overdue.
Mr. President, it's a long time and there is a need to, as we evolve in our democracy, we also align all other laws, especially the armed forces, to be in line with modern democracy, rule of law. This is what this bill is trying to do, to update the laws, subject the armed forces to civil rule, and also improve on human rights, protection, and others, and efficiency.
Senator Tahir Mongonu called the bill a necessary move to bring military authorities under democratic control, while Senator Samson Ekong of Akwa Ibom South called it a profound step to deepen the nation's defense policy framework.
It also seeks to subject military authorities to the command of the commander-in-chief, that is democratically elected president, or in a nutshell, subjects military authorities to the authority of democratically elected institutions so that they cannot be masters of themselves.
It's very important that the principles of fair hearing, that the principles of our constitutional process be fully followed. So on behalf of Akwa Ibom South, I throw my weight behind this bill as part of a wider process of reform that will deepen the contents of our military law and jurisprudence.
Deputy Senate President Barau Jibril, who presided over the session, put the bill to a voice note for passage. He later referred it to relevant committees on defense, Army, Air Force and Navy, directing them to report back within 4 weeks.
A bill for an act to repeal the Armed Forces Act and to re-enact a modern, constitutionally compliant and operationally responsive legal framework for the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and for related matters 2025 SB 791 second reading taken. The bill is referred to the Committee on Defense, Army, Air Force and Navy to report back within 4 weeks.
The bill now awaits further committee review before advancing to the next legislative stage.